the stock market is likely bottom and just wait for the next retracement. So for today's macro market 20 May 2025, we have an uptick of profit signals again. But particularly today, we're going to look at Nasdaq futures together with the Fear and Greed Index. And over here on the top is Nasdaq futures, below is all the Fear and Greed Index. They have gotten the data from some coding website because we know that CNN Fear and Greed, we can only see probably about 1 year, the past 1 year. So this is a slightly longer duration from 2011 all the way to 2023. So we can all safely say that once CNN Fear and Greed Index reaches like at the extreme fear, which is particularly below 10, which don't occur a lot of times, market would likely be at the bottoming phase. Then whether are we at the absolute bottom or not, here are some other stats for us to see. So first thing first, it may not be bottom if the next rebound rally was weak, like let's say less than 15%. But this time around, as the market continue to go back up, or rather, this is not the data, this is until 2023. So our recent rally from the bottom is at least 23%, 24%. So it does signals a much more stronger rally. So this time around, I suspect that we might actually be at the bottom area. And of course, right, just some disclaimer, this is not some official stats or like some data crunching. I just did some quick comparison for a couple of situations. So take it as about like just check about 5 to 6 instances where we've reached the Fear and Greed Index of less than 5. So out of all the 5, probably only one of them continue to have another low. But because the first rally upwards is actually quite weak. So not official stats, so just take this as information. Next, right, will be this is our current situation, right? Last weekend, despite there's a credit downgrade over weekend, market continued to rally, and this may indicate that there's a potential euphoric sentiment right now. So because there's euphoric sentiment, so it is probably not a very good time to get into market because going in with the FOMO mindset generally will get slaughtered. So my action plan for time being is to steer towards long term. I'm actually moving towards a long short evergreen bull strategy. So eventually I'll be less directional, even though I'm still upwards biased, but then I'll be less reliance on upwards. That will be the further future. But for the time being, I'll be much more aggressive in terms of a long wheel strategy and more conservative on the short side. Currently, I have a certain price target. So once my ETF were to drop to a certain price point, I would very likely be able to sell some leap put option onto that strike price, immediately bring my portfolio back up to profitable zone. So currently, my portfolio is about $66,000 in value. My break even is at 76K, so it's about 10K away. But if I were to sell all the lead put option, I would be able to get at least $18,000. So which makes my portfolio go back up to about 84K if I'm not wrong. If I can get about 18K, so that is that. And another bull case about why I think we're bottom is that stock market is not the economy, and if any, the small cap might mirror the economy more. But then if you are invested in large cap companies generally have much more leverage and pricing power to mitigate all the uncertainties, and generally also tech usually leads the world. So back then in July 2024, I was already experiencing this crash. While everybody is still celebrating, I was already experiencing this crash because I am invested in the semicon. So semicon generally is the frontliner of the economy. So that is that. And right now, what we are seeing over here is that semicon has broke out of this comparison with SPY. So which in other words, semicon has broken out of the underperformance against SPY, against the broad market. So in a certain sense, I am more and more bullish that semicon and also the tech and also probably consumer discretionary next will be able to bring the market up together going forward. So with that, I shall end this report and you can continue to read through the rest, and I'll see you again tomorrow.